Alright guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. I got more lights in here. I'm just kidding. I'll show you guys here in a second, but I did want to show you guys the new lighting I did. You guys remember a month or so back, that one burned out, upgraded to LED. We got a whole bunch of junk over here, so once we get all that moved, the wheels and tires put on the Duramax, then we'll put the fourth one up. I do have one more, but for now it's definitely an improvement. I can see what I'm doing in here. We're gonna open the door, show you guys these, but that is not the main part of this video. The main part of this video is going to be installing these wheel spacers. I did do a video on this, I think a couple years ago on my half ton. They were inch and a half, Bora wheel spacers, which are a really good brand. They're a lot more expensive than some of the other ones out there, but they're tried and true. These ones are Venom. Also inch and a half. These are for the Duramax. You guys know Chevys and GMCs. The rear, I guess, track width is definitely narrower than the front, and I'll show you that here in a minute. We're gonna put these on, but I'm gonna show you something. When you do anything under 2 inch or 1.75 inches, you have to trim the studs, and I'll show you what I mean. Because if you just slap them on thinking you're good to go, you're not, and you're probably gonna break something and throw a tire. So there's the Duramax. If you look down the side, look how far it sticks in the front. It's just about flush. So we're gonna install the 1.5 inch spacers in the rear. But I know you guys have been waiting to see what we got here, so I'll go ahead and show you right now. We got some 20 by 10 fuel couplers with the dark tinted machined faces. -24 offset, 33 by 12.5 Toyo RTs. I said in my last video, they are used, but they're in pretty good shape. Got a hell of a deal on them. So yeah, it's gonna look epic on this thing. Completely changed the look of it. And like I said, we're kind of short on room, so we'll do one side at a time, move the truck further over, do the other side, but same process for both sides. So I'll just show you guys one side, put the tire back on, and you can see, what difference it makes and how much better it looks, because I don't know, it looks narrow in the rear, which if you measured it, it would be narrow. But all right, let's get this thing jacked up. Block the front wheels. Whenever I'm on a slant like this, I put my truck in 4-wheel drive, because if you lift the back end up, there's nothing stopping it from rolling. So I put in 4-wheel drive, set the park brake, and then I chalk the front tires. So I'm going to be putting the factory wheels back on, and some of you guys are probably going to ask why. I don't just go ahead and put these on. They recommend that when you put the wheel spacers on, that you re-torque them after like 500 miles. So my thought was put them on, drive them around for a bit, and then when I'm ready to put these guys on, I can re-torque everything, make sure they're good. And then we won't have to worry about it until it's time to rotate the tires again. And I gotta say, my initial impression on these things is very good. Where they have hardened wheel studs, they look like they're pretty darn good quality. They're hub centric, which is, these trucks are hub centric, so you need these. I will leave a link to these exact ones in the description. However, if you don't have an 8 on 6.5 lug pattern, you'll probably just have to find, you will have to find your size. But they're made by Venom. So I really like them. And you have to get different lug nuts because the factory ones are different than these, but they look cool anyway, so whatever. Alrighty, so if you look from the side, this ends stick out. So if you try to just mount them like that, you're going to get in trouble. So I'll probably just cut them off right before the studs start. And you guys have probably seen the ads for these. You can round off the sharp edge. Nice little eBay purchase. We'll see how it works. I haven't really used it yet, but perfect time to try it out. Yeah, they work all right. It kind of takes the edge off. Maybe I just got super cheap ones. There's probably better ones, but oh well. They do a good enough job. Not sure if it's because of the brand or because of how this axle is set up. The edges of these bolts were just slightly larger than the shaft, so I had to take a little bit of the edge off for the spacer to slide on. Now it slides on good. I'll put it on real quick. I'll show you. Studs don't stick out past. Just like that. Alright, so there's the side that with no spacer. And then with the spacer. Not a huge difference, I know, but it makes it match the front, which is what I like. I'll get the other side done, take it for a ride and make sure nothing falls off. Shoot, even with factory wheels and tires, it looks better. It's gonna look pretty damn sweet with these on there. We're gonna take it for a ride first. Probably a good idea that way. If we put them both on at the same time, and if we had a vibration, we wouldn't really know what's causing it. So drive around like this. I know it didn't shake before. We drive around with the new wheel spacers, make sure there's nothing funny going on. Then we can put the wheels and tires on. You know, the same deal. Make sure nothing weird's going on. Let it warm up for a minute, and we'll take off. Not sure if it's going to come up on camera, but you can kind of see the tires poke in the back now from the mirror. Nice. Cool, they handled the floor test. And get on the freeway, get it up to speed. I've kind of just driven around. Cool, we're at greater than or equal to 65 miles an hour, which is the posted speed limit, equal to 65 miles an hour. It is buttery smooth, so we don't have a problem. So I can throw my wheels on anytime I want to now. I probably won't do it in this video. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I like to save money where I can. There's some things I'll definitely spend the money on, like building rear ends, like axles. I have the basic idea of how to do it, but I'm not comfortable doing it myself, so I either have a shop do it or someone that knows how to do it. Like I said, my half ton, I have Bora wheel spacers, which are pretty expensive as far as wheel spacers go. These were $125. These are the Venom, V-E-N-U-M, not Venom, how it's normally spelled. But they are just as good a quality. I showed you the one side. I kind of had to shave one of the bolt heads down a little bit. The other side went on perfect, so it must just be how that side was set up. Maybe it was just off a tiny little bit, or variance in the bolt heads. Either way, but they fit great. Like I said, the lugs looked like they were hardened. I will say this, on the Bora wheel spacers, I have broken one of the wheel studs, or yeah, wheel studs. Not sure if it's just a weak one. They were all torqued to spec. I used a torque wrench on them. Not sure what the deal was. I ended up putting a new one in. No big deal. Haven't had a problem since, but I think here is an opportunity where you can save yourself a couple bucks and get a very decent set of wheel spacers. Like I said, I'll leave the item for these exact ones in the description below. I'm gonna end up waiting to put these guys on. Kind of burned out for the day, did a whole bunch of stuff. One of the things is filming a video, but check out the next couple videos. I already have the leveling kit coming. The Kryptonite Stage 1 is just, factory shock extenders and torsion keys. Level the front end out. I know we're definitely going to have to do some trimming. Something I'm not really looking forward to doing. I don't want to do it today, so we're going to wait to put these on. But check me out on Instagram. It's Endless Wishlist 6.0. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. What the hell are these? How did these get here?